Oftentimes when one describes a really bad hurricane or really bad weather system, they may use the term gale force wind, which means it's a really bad, really high-speed windstorm that can cause a lot of damage. And this type of idea applies well to the model kit I'm going to be reviewing today. This is the 1-100 non-grade Gale Strike Gundam. This is part of the Seed versus Astray model kit lineup. And this is actually my third Seed versus Astray model kit. Probably will be my last. There's some other ones that I just don't like the Nyx Providence, and like the one that was supposed to be a retool of the Savior model kit or mobile suit. So this is probably going to be my last Seed versus Astray model kit. So let's get a 360 of this guy. One of these days I'm going to have to get a rotating base like Robert 184 does. But here is the rotation of this guy. Now, before I forget to mention this, you can watch Prime 92's review, but she goes and tells us that, and it looks like it's that the kit can actually be converted to the regular Strike Gundam, which this is based on. I don't have a regular Strike to compare it to, so I decided not to do that. But you can take off all this armor here, the blue bits and the orange bits, and then reconfigure everything so that it forms the regular Strike. As far as articulation goes, of course you got a ball jointed head, and let's take a look at the head sculpt. And while we're on the subject of the head, that's where all the stickers, you only get stickers for the head. The rest of the body is stickerless, except for some logos that you get, which I'll show you in a minute here. But you basically get a green sticker for the camera, 2 stickers, one for each eye, and then you get a sticker for this area surrounding where his mouth would be. But yeah, you get rotation at the head. Once you put on the backpack system, it does hinder that. But for now that the backpack system is not on, it actually has free range of movement. You do have rotation at the shoulders, as you would expect. Kind of go a little bit back and forward like that. Of course, 360 rotation now, at least. The arms, they can go out. It's just a little bit stiff to get them to go out like that. I'm going to show you how they're built, so you can kind of see why that is. If you take a look at the instructions, you can see here the joint for the arm is sandwiched in between the 2 pieces of plastic, so you're basically having plastic on plastic, and I think that causes a lot of friction. But I think over time, once you are articulated enough, it'll probably won't be an issue. But the first time, moving the arm like this, side to side, can be kind of difficult. You do have a swivel at the upper arm, and as you can see, you have an unimpressive 90-degree bend at the elbow. Of course, wrists are on a ball joint. You do have what do you want to call this? Like the holder for the Armor Schneider combat knives, which are in here. You do have rotation at the waist, just a little bit side to side. The front skirts are on there's on separate ball joints here, as you can see. Now that the other accessories are not on there, the legs can go quite far as this goes, like that. Back skirt is not really movable, so you really can't go back very far because you're going to run up against the back skirt there. Out to the side, of course everything's on a ball joint here. Out to the side you can go out about like that. Bend at the knee, of course, just a 90-degree bend basically. You do have this armor here that articulates. See, that's just pegs under there. Of course, you got the ankle armor, and then the ankle itself is a ball joint. So you got that kind of articulation. Once everything goes on there, the striker pack and the other accessories, you do have limited mobility on the limbs and so forth. So, all right, so let's take a look at accessories here. You get your 2 beams and you do get beam helmets, which I'll show you in a minute here. Beams. You do get the aforementioned Armor Schneider combat knives. As you can see here, you have basically 2 of these and 2 that are folded up in the pouches there on the arms. And you get a beam rifle, which is pretty unique looking. If you take a look at the way the handle guard is set there, it's actually kind of a unique design for the beam rifle. And then of course you get an extra hand to hold that. You do get these stickers if you choose to apply them. Like I mentioned before, I'm not going to apply any of these because that's just silly. But I might, later on at a later time, I might apply these because these look pretty cool with the Gale logo, and it gives the model designation for the mobile suit. Now, on to the main event as far as accessories go. This guy does come with a striker pack. Now, similar to the idea that you have with the the Gale Strike or the some of the other striker packs, here is this contraption here. I'm not sure. Well, let's just go ahead and I'll just go ahead and show you with it on. You can see here, well, up close, it's got the beam handles for storage. I like that. It's really cool. We got what I believe are thrusters here, and some kind of fin there for maybe for aerodynamic purposes. But it just plugs in the back here, and there's just a single peg. It goes into a peg hole in the back, and once it's in there, it stays pretty tightly. It's hard to it's a little bit difficult to get out. But as you can see, there is the striker pack installed on the mobile suit or on the model kit. Now you can see here there's a joint here, a joint here. You can, whoops, I'm going to take it off here. But apparently you can move this up like this. I'm sure somebody out there will tell me what this, is it just for storage? I'm not sure. I haven't really read the Seed versus Astray story, so I don't know what this was for. You might be able to find it on Gundam Wikia. But anyways, this is it's not my favorite feature of this model kit, but I guess I'm just gonna, this could be just for storage, I guess. Like I mentioned before, beam handles go there. Now you get these wing saw anti-ship swords, which of course, being a fan of swords, I really like. And as you can see, they're quite long, and they've got a definite saw pattern to them, as you can see there. And they just peg into the polycaps on the side of the waist here. So I'll go ahead and peg those in. One thing I thought about when I was thinking about the colors of this mobile suit, the blue and the orange, it reminded me of some colors for some NFL football league team. I don't know which one. I want to say maybe like somewhere in Florida, or see, I'm not a football fan, so I'm sure somebody maybe out there will know. I was just thinking about, well, this looks familiar. This looks like it might be some team colors for some kind of football game, but football team. But anyways. I'm just rambling a little bit. So there he is with his wing saw anti-ship swords. Really, like I said, really that was the main draw for me, was that you can have these swords. Of course, you can hold them in his hand. So let's take a look from the back here. Yeah. Now there is one more thing you can do with this model kit. If you have the Regan Dual Gundam model kit, you can actually use the bazooka from the Regan Dual Gundam and attach it to the back. So let's take a look at that. And I'm back. So here is the Regan Dual Gundam with his massive bazooka on his backpack. I've already removed the Gale Strike Gundam's backpack here, or the striker pack. I just simply unpegged it from the back of the Regan Dual model kit. And looks like I'm going to have to remove one of the wing saw swords in order to get enough clearance to put on the Regan Dual's bazooka. Sorry about that. But it should just attach to the back here. Goes into the peg. And there you be. Which is really cool. Now, of course, if these guys were swapping weapon or striker packs, I mean, obviously, the Gale Strike Gundam really gets the better deal. I mean, If you know, I believe. Let me try here. See if this attaches in. Kind of. It's not really. I don't think it's really meant to, but it does attach via the peg. But you can see clearly that in this swap between the two weapon or striker packs, the Gale Strike Gundam comes out ahead with a better deal. He gets the very wicked, very cool bazooka, as you can see there. And it doesn't really clash with his other colors. But poor Regan Duel does not get. He kind of gets the short end of the stick here. Like I say, I don't think this is meant to attach, or there might be some other adapter piece, but yeah. So there is that interchangeability. Overall, I do like the mobile suit design. I like the model kit. Of course, I like the anti-ship swords. Those are really cool. And I like actually the design of the shoulder armor. Now, the shoulder armor actually incorporates thrusters in the side. If you look at GundamWikia.com, they explain that these are thrusters added to the mobile suit design to give it extra maneuverability during combat. So, nice bit of trivia there. Like I said, I'm not crazy about the backpack, striker pack. I do like the thrusters on the back. That looks pretty cool. And I guess I didn't mention it, but these articulate. I like that. And one thing I also don't think I mentioned before about the shoulder armor slash thrusters, this piece here does articulate as well. So, and this of course holds the armor Schneider knives. Wish this could have been maybe integrated better into the actual model kit. This actually, if you turn the whole model kit back into the regular strike, these are the side pouches. And of course, even in this mode with the Gale Strike Gundam, they hold the armor Schneider knives. I do have one final thought on the Gale Strike Gundam and the Regan Dual Gundam, which I did review previously. Both of those kits are based on their more normal counterparts. Like, the Regan Dual Gundam, like I showed you in my video review, can be converted back to the normal Dual Gundam, as can the Gale Strike Gundam be converted to the regular Strike Gundam without all the extra armor and orange and blue bits. Why not have it so that you actually have a upgrade kit for, like, you can call it like the Gale Strike Gundam upgrade kit. And for those people who have the 1-100 non-grade Strike Gundam, can buy this kit and add on these parts, for maybe like 15 bucks. This kit, the Gale Strike Gundam, the complete kit, is 30 bucks. But from my point of view, that is the consumer's point of view, I would like to see an upgrade kit so that if you already have the non-grade 1-100 Strike Gundam, you can simply go out, buy a Gale Strike Gundam upgrade kit for like 15 bucks, and then you have your Gale Strike Gundam. As opposed to spending, roughly 25 to 30 bucks for the non-grade 1-100 Strike Gundam, and then go out and have to buy the Gale Strike Gundam. Luckily, in my case, I didn't have the 1-100 non-grade Strike Gundam, so I really wasn't out any money that way. Now, I know why Bandai doesn't do that, because they make more money if they buy, if they produce a new complete kit, based on an older Strike Gundam kit. But, from the consumer's point of view, my point of view, I would have preferred to see an upgrade kit. Like I said, roughly, 15 bucks. If you already got the 1-100 non-grade Strike Gundam, throw on the Gale Strike Gundam upgrade kit. Throw on the armor bits, the orange and blue bits. You get the anti-ship swords, the striker pack and all that. And it would be really nice to see that, but I doubt we'll see that because, like I say, Bandai is going to make more money by selling two completely different kits. But yeah, this is my final thought, maybe a little bit of a rant maybe. Again, like I said, wish this had better articulation, but overall it looks good on the shelf. I really like it overall, so thank you so much for watching. This has been my review of the 1-100 non-grade Gale Strike Gundam.